So Nick Martens, a senior or engineering systems analyst manager for Vermeer. Been with Vermeer for 12 years. Started out in our design engineering group working on drill heads. So Vermeer makes everything from hay balers to brush chippers to big track trenchers to directional drills. Help harvest forages, deal with environmental issues, and help with infrastructure. That's kind of our
heavy duties.
Yep. Work kind of every sector that's out there. So started out working on the drill side of stuff with underground directional drilling. Moved up to the power systems. Kind of along the way, helping to build tools and figure out ways for engineers to do things better ways to connect the data so they can make smarter, more informed decisions. So that kind of eventually led me into this role, helping to bring the 3D experience platform to Vermeer.
So today, Vermeer is a well-known company in the US. I think it's a family-owned company with I think a very strong culture.
Yep. So Vermeer was founded by Gary Vermeer back in 1948, kind of on the 4P philosophy of principles, people, product, and profit. So principles, basically that golden rule: treat people the way that you'd want to be treated, and so that's kind of what drives Vermeer culture every day onto our third generation of leadership, and continuing to grow, serving all markets around the U.S. We've got production facilities in 4 spots within the U.S. plus production facilities over in Europe, and then regional offices scattered throughout.
So I know that Vermeer has been a Dassault System client for a long time, using SolidWorks at scale, very large scale. We're one of the big clients of SolidWorks in the US, and I think EPDM for managing SolidWorks data.
Yep.
So why changing? Why moving to a new system, and especially a new system also on SaaS, on cloud?
Yep. So currently using SolidWorks and EPDM for storing our engineering data. Looking to have ways to get more connected data so that we can make more informed decisions and kind of start leveraging the knowledge that we have as we move to a data-driven company. Went to the SaaS route, so we're on the public cloud with 3DX, looking to connect our engineering data to that with project management, product management, configuration rules, requirements management, eventually hoping to roll it out into the manufacturers. So we kind of all working on this whole digital or virtual thread as SSO is transitioning to. So it's easy for people to go back through and from this piece of information find everything else that's connected to it and understand what the impacts are of working with it.
So this will be a big transformation for many users inside the organization. So I guess that on your side, the biggest part of your job is to prepare this change and prepare the users for this.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm responsible for kind of trying to understand the way the platform functions, how to set it up to help our users get the most value out of it. Others on my team are helping understand the business processes and kind of drive that business change. And this is going to hopefully transform Vermeer and help set us up for a bright future ahead as we kind of go into this new age of everything's connected and people needing data at their fingertips. So
what has been your strategy to start to introduce these new environments in your organization?
So probably doing a lot of trying to understand it up front and then kind of set up day in the life demos to try to put together use cases or scenarios to walk our users through figuring out how do we want to use it, figuring out how the tool functions, what's the best, most efficient way forward with it, trying to reduce the button clicks there to make it the best user experience that we can. And then bringing in our subject matter experts, kind of trying to walk them through that so they can kind of hopefully see that value, see that vision of where we can get to, and all of this data is connected, and completing the change action to release this physical product, which is your deliverable on your project, completes that task of the project, kind of kicks off that next phase, so that people know what's done, and it's all kind of seamlessly happening behind the scenes, and not so I gotta complete my change action over here, then I gotta go transition this product to release in EPDM, then I gotta go update my project plan in Microsoft Projects, and kind of all those disconnected systems, being able to see the value and bringing all those together, so it's kind of just all one digital thread.
And so what is being used today at Vermeer?
So currently we've rolled out project management. So that was our first kind of foray into it, because it's allowed the users start trying to get used to the interface, understand the way the dashboards work, how to navigate through it, how to get to it, how to ask questions, how to troubleshoot as we're working through that. So project managers out there have been using that now for about a year, working on the data migration to try to get the CAD data there so we can start to roll out more functionality to it and start taking advantage of some of the requirements management and stuff that can come with it.
Okay, and what are the coming next steps? We spoke about requirements, of course.
Yep. So yeah, trying to understand how to roll out the requirements, because those don't have to be connected to the physical products. So a lot of the stuff, change actions, parts management, configuration management, variability matrix, or the variability in the models and stuff. That's all kind of coming once we get our data migrated. So going through trying to clean up 40 years of inconsistent CAD practices and poor quality CAD data. They're trying to get that cleaned up so that the platform will accept it, and then we can really start to see the value here when we get all change management piece of it and all of that rolled out into the platform.
Understand. So I understood that you recently joined the ENOVIA Champion program. So I guess you get connected to Suzanne, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. So recently joined the ENOVIA Champions back in February, right after the 3DX World event there.
Okay.
Looking to just learn more about how the platform functions, how others are using the platform. So I'm going to try to help make sure that as Vermeer is trying to change our business processes to utilize the platform to its full potential, make sure we know kind of what some of those tips and tricks or best practices are, and not just continue to try to digitize our current processes, which is not going to be most beneficial in the long run.
So February is still a short time ago. So
Yep.
did you already see some practical values or benefits from this program?
Yeah, shortly after joining the user community, one of the posts in the Champions community was a topic that the previous day me and a coworker were talking about, like, hey, how should we do this? What do we want to do here? And so it kind of gave us some ideas on ways to go through with that, and it sparked a couple of thoughts on our head on how to manipulate some of that stuff.
Yeah, so as I told you, we have some new, of course, some champions who are also using right now our project management system, also on the cloud for some of them. So I guess there is more interactions or connections and learning you can get from those people.
Yep, yeah, really hoping to use that to kind of capitalize on that community knowledge and try to figure out and show value in that aspect of it. So I can start to try to bring that back to Vermeer and try to get internally, how do we set up communities like this where you can get that user-based knowledge and work as a user group on it, instead of everybody's submitting an IT ticket and saying, hey, I need to be able to do this, and that information kind of gets lost. And when you put it out in the communities, like what we're doing with the 3D swim communities and the Champions communities, it allows others to go find that and hopefully benefit from that, and it's not just kind of dead end at the email or at the ticket.
Understand. So maybe just to conclude, so obviously there are many companies out there with are leveraging this great product, which is SolidWorks, and eventually also using EPDM today.
Yep.
And there are many of them. I mean, do you have any recommendations or learnings to share with them about from your current experience in going through this process?
The biggest thing I see as a method to do this is making sure that you understand kind of what your business processes are, and before you even start to try to figure out how it's going to function within the tool, figure out what you want your ideal processes to be and kind of what you want to change with them. Because then when you're going to 3DX, you have that vision. Okay, this is what we would like to achieve. These are the requirements or what we're trying to get to. This makes those conversations with the SO or your provider a lot easier on, okay, how can I need to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Showing the platform kind of how I can do that. And then you're using the best processes from the tool, not, okay, well, let's do this, and this tool, and then say, oh, hey, that's not what we want. So now we got to try to figure out how to manipulate that data after the fact, or do custom integration or some other custom stuff that really what Vermeer saw with the cloud is the ability to kind of get those updates every 8 weeks, try to limit the amount of customization that we're doing with this. So we're always staying on the latest and greatest and take advantage of those new things that Dassault's coming out with.
Okay, so I think that we are going to follow the progress of your journey, and hopefully we can get together another time, and you can share the initial results and when you get the first product lines online with the system.
Yeah, that'd be hopefully in the next year or so we can start to kind of come back here and see kind of what we've rolled out and kind of where we're at on our journey and where we're looking to go to in the future.
Okay. Thank you, Nick, for your time, and enjoy your conference and work on you. I guess you are going to learn more things during those few days. And see you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.